I, 25F, have face blindness. My BF, 24M, likes to test me. How do I make it clear this is not okay? Hi y'all, sorry for posting this. If it's not okay, I can delete it. I've been with my BF for almost a year now. I love him dearly, and he loves me too, I'm guessing, but there's one thing that's causing a lot of issues for us. I suffer from prosopagnosia/face blindness, which means it's really hard for me to recognize people's faces. I usually go by other characteristics to put a name to a person, like hairstyle/facial hair, marks, skin colors, accessories, etc. But it's still really tough. It's caused me severe anxiety and other mental health struggles. I'm lucky to have wonderful people around me though, who are aware and try to help. They'll introduce themselves when we start talking, or something they know I've linked to them, or whatever. Usually my BF does this too, but sometimes he likes to test me, and it's incredibly stressful. He shaved off his beard once. A few times he wore a completely different style of clothing, or changed his hairstyle, all without warning me. In those moments he won't tell me who he is, or say someone else's name, just to see if I'll figure out it's him. He'll make jokes saying he'll try to switch with one of his friends and see if I'll stay loyal. I usually do realize it's him, but it causes me a lot of anxiety. We've had big fights on this. He says he's allowed to change his look. I'm not a cartoon character. I ask him to warn me. Don't get me wrong. He cares about me, but I don't think he gets how stressful it is. How do I make it clear? We have a lot of great times together, there's just this bump. Update, it's hard to imagine I made this post 19 hours ago, and now I'm in the middle of breaking up with him. I'm very tired, so I'm going to keep this short. I went to talk to him, showed him this, and told him he can't do it anymore. The conversation was a lot. First he was angry I made this post, then he was angry I was taking it all so serious. Lots of apologies and so on. He again said he was just trying to make a tough situation more light. I said it's too much. He said I can't take a joke, and I need to let him be in. That he always tells me when he's been joking, and if he was really keen on hurting me he'd just do things and not tell me, so in telling proves he cares. That one got me the uncomfortable. At one point he said he just wanted to test if it was real, because I could just be using it as an excuse to do anything. I left after that cause we were just going in circles. There was a lot of me making an issue of one small thing. I'm exhausted. He's still blowing up my phone with love and apologies, but you guys made me realize a lot. Thanks, really. I'm trying to stay rational about it, but it's hard, because I do care about him a lot. I'm gonna get a few hours of sleep. Thank you again. Relevant comments. Sheep Depth 2155. He is messing with your safety, does he not realize that? OP. I don't think he realizes how confusing it all is. There's been a moment he did the opposite, acting all weirded out when I thanked him for a nice date, saying it wasn't him, and though I knew it was, I still started to doubt myself. He did say it was a joke soon after, but it caused such a panic. He hasn't done it again, but it took me a long time to feel comfortable again. Shitmakid says, making someone feel unsafe is not a joke. Gaslighting someone you care about is not a joke. Blueval, holy smikes, that's terrifying. Not to recognize a familiar face with a major change like that. That is like nightmare fuel. That your BF does it to you, multiple times on purpose, is scary. I don't know if there is a way you can explain it to him if he doesn't get it. It seems he enjoy your panic. Which is not a good thing in a partner. If this was my partner, I would get a tattoo or something. And I don't have any. OOP, my dad actually got a tattoo on his arm from me, which is a great comfort. I hadn't realized how messed up everything is until reading all these replies. Legitimate Debate 5014. Your boyfriend is basically abusing you in emotional situations. He thinks it's hilarious you struggle, and get severe anxiety, which isn't normal, nor does it mean he cares about you. This is a huge red flag. OOP, abuse is a really big word, but I do agree it's not okay. I'm seeing him soon, we'll see how it goes. Update, hi y'all. Hope it's okay I post a little update. Things went batshit crazy. A lot has happened in the last days. I'm really grateful to you all, honestly. I wasn't aware about the real meaning of his pranks and what it said about him and our relationship. I went to talk to him the same evening I made that post, with the intention of making clear he can't pull all that anymore. The conversation escalated. We talked for hours into the night and every day since. There's been a lot of messages. He got angry about the Reddit post I made. I showed him. Angry at you guys. Angry that I couldn't take a joke and listen to strangers. Said things like he in the beginning didn't believe I actually suffered from it, and would use it as an excuse to cheat on him. But now he does believe, But due to bad breakups in the past, he has a hard time trusting I won't use it as an excuse regardless. Said he was joking about it because he wanted to make a tough situation lighter, and that's just his sense of humor. That if I loved him, I'd accept that. When I made it clear I was done, it got even worse. He began apologizing a lot. Said he didn't realize it was such a big thing for me. Again, didn't make any sense with all said before. In the same breath, he said that he at least told me. To the people who thought he actually had planned to trick me by using one of his friends, I think y'all may be very right. To be honest, I was done. I do care about him a lot, I can't just shut that off, but it's never going to work. There's been many messages / calls / etc. He dropped some vague hints that sometimes he pulled pranks I wasn't aware of. I don't know if that is true, or he's just in a bad place right now. He also came to my place to apologize again. But I suspect he didn't expect I'd immediately recognize him, as he didn't apologize till I said his name. He's not evil, but just very messed up RN. I blocked him everywhere, told him not to show up anymore, and that a friend would give him his stuff. I'm going to delete this account soon, but I wanted to thank you guys for helping me realize it. I genuinely don't think I would have. I'm heartbroken, but a bit relieved as well. Thanks for all the support and kindness. Relevant comments. Trippy hippie, I'm glad you broke up. Someone who loves you shouldn't ever do that to you. Just curious about your condition. Do you also have issues with recognizing voices as well as faces? I can only imagine how hard it must be to deal with. OP, actually voices are one of the traits I go by to recognize someone. Voices, posture, tattoos, hairstyle, and so on. Thank you loads. Update. Am I the asshole for not giving my ex the closure he's asking for because he messed with my face blindness? This is probably a bit stupid, but that boy has got me questioning my own mind. Either way, sorry if this is a bother. I broke up with my BF a few weeks ago. I'd realized in part thanks to Reddit that some of his behavior was absolutely not okay, and when I tried to talk to him, the conversation escalated to me breaking up with him. I have a pretty severe case of face blindness / prosopagnosia. It means I can't recognize / remember people's faces and go by other characteristics to try and put a name to someone. E-voice, hairstyle, posture, etc. The people around me know and introduce themselves when we meet and other things to make it easier. I have a lot of anxiety because of it. He used to try and test me, which gave me a lot of stress. Changed up his look without warning to see if I knew it was him, and a lot more. He called it pranks. He is a jokester. So we broke up. It's been a lot. He'd been calling / messaging non-stop with both apologies and non-apologies, till I blocked him. In moments of a lot of emotion, I said things like I never wanted to see him again, and he'd reply that he was hurt, that I wouldn't even know if it was him, and I was lucky he wouldn't do it. Made me feel icky. He's contacted me again yesterday through a new account saying he just wants one more face-to-face conversation, if only to give him his stuff that is still at my place, and get some closure so we can both move on. I said my plan was to get a mutual friend to bring it over to him. He was hurt. He did seem a lot more calm than before and told me we were together for a year. He just wanted one conversation after I suddenly broke things off. That he had some time to process now, etc., and that he doesn't understand how he suddenly, after a year of loving each other, became so evil. I couldn't have one chat with him. But I don't feel good about it. My gut's telling me this will not be a good conversation. My worst fears are telling me he might play a trick to prove some point. I'm ready for all of this to be over and done with. Also, just a little thank you in general. Reddit's been a wonderful community and it's helped me a lot.